welcome to Study IQ. In this video, we will cover best 300 MCQs from the month of February. This is part 2. Let's begin this video. Recently, Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman has announced an extension of Jal Jeevan Mission till which year with an outlay of rupees 67,000 crore. And this announcement was made during the release of Union Budget 2025-26. So the Jal Jeevan Mission has been extended till 2028 as per the announcement, and an outlay of rupees 67,000 crore has been provided to this mission. Now, talking about this Jal Jeevan Mission, we have already discussed this scheme in detail earlier. We are going to cover this scheme in brief today. Now, this mission was launched on 15th of August 2019, and as per this mission, the target is to provide 55 liters of water per person per day in every rural household. So in every rural household, 55 liters of water would be provided to every person every day. Okay. Now this mission was launched by Jal Shakti Ministry. Now talking about the key achievements of this mission, initially only 3.23 crore rural households had the tap water connections, which has increased to 15.44 crore households today. Okay. So as per recent data, this tap water connections had been provided to 15.44 crore households. Okay. Now there are 11 states and union territories which have received the tap water connections in all rural households. Yani 100% of the rural households in these states and union territory has been covered. Now these states are Goa, Andaman and Nicobar Island, Dadar, Nagar Haveli, Daman, Diu, which is a union territory, Haryana, Telangana, Puducherry, Gujarat, Himachal Pradesh, Punjab, Mizoram and Arunachal Pradesh. These are the 11 states and union territory in which this service has been provided on 100% basis. According to the list, top 10 powerful countries in the world 2025, which is released by a magazine named Forbes, United States of America has topped this list. Okay, you have to tell me that which country has ranked second in this list. So the second rank is secured by China, first rank is secured by United States of America, and India has been ranked at 12th position in this list. Okay, now this list has been compiled by US News and World Report, and it was the score for this list was obtained from on the basis of 5 parameters. The parameters are leader, economic influence, political influence, strong international alliances, and a strong military. So on the basis of these 5 parameters, this list has been created. Okay, now ranking methodology was developed by Brand Asset Valuator Group. Now, what are the top 10 countries in this list? Top country is United States. Okay, second one is China, third one is Russia, and fourth one is United Kingdom. India has been ranked at 12th place in this list. Recently, while presenting the Union Budget, Union Finance Minister has announced to set up how many Atal Tinkering Labs in government schools in the next 5 years to cultivate the spirit of curiosity and innovation and foster a scientific temper among the young minds. Okay. Now, how many Atal Tinkering Labs has been announced in the Union Budget 25-26? So around 50,000 labs will be developed in the government schools as per this union budget. Now talking about these Atal Tinkering Labs, these labs are being developed under a mission named Atal Innovation Mission, and rupees 400 crore has been allocated for Atal Innovation Mission. Now talking about this Atal Innovation Mission, now this mission was launched to cultivate a culture of innovation and entrepreneurship in the country, and this Atal Innovation Mission was launched in 2016. Okay, and implementing agency of Atal Innovation Mission is Niti Aayog. Okay. Next one is to provide broadband connectivity to all government schools, all government secondary schools and private primary health centers in rural areas. Another important announcement is to implement a scheme, that is Bharatiya Bhasha Pustak scheme. Now under this scheme, digital form of Indian language books will be provided to schools and higher education institutions. So books will be converted into digital form, and under this scheme, these books will be provided to schools and higher education institutions. 5 National Center of Excellence for Skilling with global expertise and partnership will be developed, will be set up Okay, and these partnership will cover curriculum design, training of trainers, and a skill certification framework. Another important center of excellence will be developed in the area of artificial intelligence for education, and a total outlay of rupees 500 crore has been announced in the union budget. In the next 5 years, under PM Research Fellowship Scheme, a provision of 10,000 fellowship is there for technological research in IITs and IIScs. So what is this PM Research Fellowship Scheme for which a provision of 10,000 fellowship has been made? Now, this scheme was launched in 2018, and under this scheme, a talented pool of the country to PhD programs. Now, under this scheme, talented pool of the country or students will be invited for their doctoral programs, for their PhD programs, for which institutes, IIScs and IITs. Now, these students will carry out research in cutting edge science and technologies domains. So in the science and technology domains, these students will be invited to conduct research, and the program is PhD program. Okay. Now, duration of this fellowship is 7 years. It has begun from 2018, and under this fellowship, in the first 2 years, rupees 70,000 per month will be provided. In the third year, rupees 75,000 will be provided per month, and in fourth and fifth years, rupees 80,000 will be provided to the fellow. Okay. Now, a research grant of rupees 2 lakh per year will be provided to each of the fellow. Okay. Recently, a national level mass outreach campaign has been launched, and this campaign has been launched to generate people's participation and create awareness among them about the watershed development activities which are carried out under the watershed development component of Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinchai Yojana in the project areas. Okay, so you have to tell me the name of this campaign. So the name of this campaign is Watershed Yatra. The name of this campaign is Watershed Yatra. Now, what is this watershed? Now, watershed is a kind of area, is an area of land where all the water, okay, this is an area of land where all the water, either from the rain, either from the snow melt, okay, drains. Now, this rainwater drains into that area. That area is known as the watershed. Now, development of that area is known as watershed development, and watershed development component is one of the component of Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinchai Yojana. Now, talking about this Watershed Yatra is a community-led watershed management. Okay. Now, under this watershed management or community-led Yatra, government funding and public participation will happen, and they will participate to evaluate. Now, public participation will happen under this Yatra, and they will evaluate the work done under this watershed development projects at the state levels, and the project we have done, the excellent work will be given the additional reward of rupees 20 lakh per project. Okay. Now, talking about this Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinchai Yojana, this was launched during year 2015-16, and it aims to improve the physical access of water on farm and also to expand the cultivable area under the assured irrigation. Now, it is a centrally sponsored scheme. It means that central and state government both will provide funding for this Yojana, and under this there are two major components. The name of components are Accelerated Irrigation Benefit Program and Har Khet Ko Pani. Two more components are there. First one is Watershed Development Component, and second one is Per Drop More Crop Component. We have already discussed this scheme in detail earlier. Recently, who among the following has been chosen for Sahitya Academy Award 2024 in Dogri for book Ik Hor Ashwathama short stories? So for this Ik Hor Ashwathama, which is written in Dogri language, Sahitya Academy Award has been given to Chaman Arora. Okay, now this talking about this Sahitya Academy Award is given by the Sahitya Academy. Okay, and it was established in 1954. Under this program, there is a plaque provided and a cash award of rupees 1 lakh is provided to the winner. Okay, now this award is given in 22 languages which are mentioned in 8th schedule of Indian Constitution. And along with these 22 languages, this award is also given in the language English and Rajasthani. So for these 24 languages, this award is given. And recently for the language Dogri, this award was given to Chaman Arora. Earlier, we have already discussed that this award was given to many languages, and many 2-3 languages were not provided this award. One of them was Dogri. Earlier, for Assamese it was given to Sameer Tanti. For Hindi it was given to Gagan Gill. For Kashmir it was given to Sohan Kol. Okay. For Punjabi it was given to Paul Kaur. For Rajasthan it was given to Mukut Maniraj. So there are many awards which were given earlier. We have already discussed this. As per recent released Union Budget 2025-26, Finance Minister announced a nuclear energy mission for research and development of small modular reactor with an outlay of what amount? Okay, so the outlay of rupees 20,000 crore has been given for research and development of small modular reactor. Now, what are these small modular reactor? So these are the reactors which has the power capacity of up to 300 megawatt per unit, and this is almost one third of the traditional nuclear power reactor. So traditional nuclear power reactors are almost of 900 to 1000 megawatt, and this small modular reactor has the power capacity of up to 300 megawatt. Okay, now the outlay of rupees 20,000 crore has been provided to research and develop the small modular reactors. Okay, now Miss Sitharaman, the Finance Minister Sitharaman, has highlighted that development of 100 gigawatt of nuclear energy by 2047 is essential for our energy transition efforts. Okay, now one more announcement has been made that amendments in 2 acts. First one is Atomic Energy Act 1962 and second one is Civil Liability for Nuclear Damage 2010 will be taken up. Okay, now this Atomic Energy Act will provide the development, control and use of atomic energy for the welfare of the people of India. Second one is Civil Liability for Nuclear Damage Act. It will ensure the prompt compensation for victims of nuclear incidents. So these 2 acts will be amended as per the announcement. Okay, now currently India has the nuclear power capacity of 8,180 megawatt, which is slated to expand to 22,480 megawatt by 2031-32. Okay, recently who among the following has made history by becoming the first black South African woman to win the 40th edition of Miss World title in 2025? So who has become this? So Shago Gilley has become the first black South African woman to win this Miss World title. Okay, earlier from South Africa, Candice Abrahams has become the first South African. So Candice Abrahams was the first South African, and when we talk about the black women, so the black woman is Shago Gilley. Okay, now talking about the first runner-up was Ishadi Amanda from Sri Lanka, and the second runner-up was Ploe Panpam, and she's from Thailand. Okay, which of the following ministries has launched a campaign named Shatavari for Better Health to promote the awareness about the health benefits of this medicinal plant with the special focus on Shatavari? Now, what is this Shatavari? Shatavari is a kind of medicinal plant which helps in women's health. Okay, now this campaign is launched by Ministry of Ayush. Okay, now let us discuss about this campaign in detail. Now, this is a medicinal plant and the scientific name of Shatavari is Asparagus racemosus. Okay, and it will particularly support the women's health. It is also known as the queen of herbs. Shatavari is also known as queen of herbs. Why? Because it has the ability to balance the hormones, it will enhance the fertility, and also it will promote the overall reproductive health of the women. It is also rich in antioxidant and other properties is anti-inflammatory. It helps in managing the stress too. Okay, now talking about this mission, in this initiative, National Medical Plants Board has played a very crucial role. Okay, and financial assistance for this initiative is rupees 18.9 lakh. Okay, now talking about this board, that is National Medicinal Plant Board. This plant board was established in year 2000 and it comes under Ministry of Ayush. Okay, now it has an appropriate mechanism it aims to develop. It has the mandate to develop the appropriate mechanism for coordination between different ministries, departments, organization, etc., etc., for overall growth of medicinal plant sector. So for medicinal plant sector, for growth of this medicinal plant sector, this board has been established by Ministry of Ayush in the year 2000. Recently, as per Union Budget 2025-26, limit for tax deduction on the interest of for senior citizen has been proposed to increase from present 50,000 to what amount? So basically the senior citizens deposit their amount somewhere and on that they get the interest. Now the tax deduction on that interest has been increased to rupees 50 lakh from rupees 50 lakh to 50,000 to rupees 1 lakh. Okay, earlier it was rupees 50,000 and now it has been increased to rupees 1 lakh, and it has been increased for the senior citizens who have deposited some amount and they are getting interest. Okay, on that tax deduction has been increased to rupees 1 lakh. Now talking about the another important announcement in the union budget, the personal income tax has been reformed. This has been increased to rupees 12 lakh. So there is no income tax which is payable up to rupees 12 lakh as per this union budget. Okay, but there will be tax on the special rate income such as capital gains. Now what is this? For example, you have invested in a mutual fund. Okay, your salary is rupees 10 lakh and you are earning yearly rupees 2 lakhs from that particular mutual fund. Now there will be no tax on this your salary or the income, this 10 lakh rupees, but on the capital gains which you have earned by investing in some kind of mutual fund, there will be some kind of tax on this 2 lakh rupees. Okay, that is known as the special rate income. For the salaried person, this limit is rupees 12.75 lakh. Why? Because there is a standard deduction of rupees 75,000 for salaried class. Okay, so for business people it is rupees 12 lakh income per year, and for the salaried class it is rupees 12.75 lakh. Okay, chaliye. Now talking about the another important information or the declaration in the union budget, tax at source on remittances under the RBI's liberalized remittance scheme is proposed to increase from rupees 7 lakh to rupees 10 lakh. Now what is this? Now under the liberalized remittance scheme, if we are sending money in the foreign countries, so let me tell you first that the limit is US dollar 2.5 lakh under this remittance scheme, liberalized remittance scheme. Now if we are sending money outside India, okay, under this scheme, so earlier there was no tax on rupees 7 lakh. This limit has been increased to rupees 10 lakh. Okay, so taking tax on that amount sending we are sending abroad, earlier there was no tax on rupees 7 lakh. Now this has increased to rupees 10 lakh. Okay, and the time limit to file updated income tax return for any assessment year, which was earlier 2 years, has increased to 4 years. Okay, so this was another important announcement in the union budget. Now government has introduced a bill to establish a new university, and the name of university is Tribhuvan Sehkari University on the campus of IRMA, that is Institute of Rural Management, Anand. Okay, now you have to tell me that this university will be established in which of the following states. So this university will be established in the state of Gujarat. Okay, now talking about this Tribhuvan Sehkari University, it has been declared, it will be declared as Institute of National Importance. Now, what are the benefits of this declaration of Institute of National Importance? The benefits will be that they will hold the autonomy to upgrade their quality, efficiency and accountability. Also, they will receive more funds from the government to carry out this enhancement. They can provide quality education to the students. They can also provide the very good research and learning facilities to the students, and also they could offer more scholarships to the students. So these are the benefits of getting declared as the Institute of National Importance. Now talking about this university, This university is named after a cooperative leader of Gujarat named Tribhuvan Das Patel. Okay. Now, what kind of courses this university will be offering? This university aims to impart technical and management education and training in the cooperative sector. So in the cooperative sector, this university is targeting to provide technical and management education. Okay. Also, it aims to promote cooperative research and development. Okay. Now, talking about the Institute of Rural Management, Anand, this university is proposed to be upgraded to Central University named Tribhuvan Sarkari University. Now, this IRMA is based in Anand, Gujarat. Okay, Anand district of Gujarat. Now, this IRMA was founded by the Dr. Varghese Kurian, who is also known as father of White Revolution. Okay, and it was this IRMA university was established in 1979, and it was established with the support of NDDB, that is National Dairy Development Board, Swiss Agency for Development Corporation, Government of India, Government of Gujarat, and the erstwhile Indian Dairy Corporation. Okay. Recently, Indian Army has renamed Kolkata's Fort William as what? Okay. So there is a Fort William, which is headquarters of Eastern Command of Indian Army. It has been renamed as what? Okay. So this has been renamed as Vijayadurg. Now, talking about another important things, that is Kitchener House in this Fort William has been renamed into Manekshaw House. South Gate, which was earlier known as St. George Gate, has been renamed into Shivaji Gate. Okay, now talking about the name, this name Vijayadurg has been derived from the oldest fort along the Sindhudurg coast in Maharashtra. Okay, so along the Sindhudurg coast in Maharashtra, there is an oldest fort named Vijayadurg. This name is derived from that fort. Okay, now talking about this Fort William, which is now known as the Vijayadurg. It is a fort located in Hastings, Calcutta, West Bengal. Okay, and it sits on the eastern bank of the river Hooghly. It is named after the British King William III. So earlier it was built in 1696. Okay, so original fort was built in 1696, but in 1756, Siraj-ud-Dowlah has attacked the fort and demolished this fort. So it was again built, and this construction of Fort William was completed in 1781. Okay. Recently, which of the following companies has partnered with a company named Refroid Technology to launch India's first domestically developed liquid coolant? Okay, so to develop India's first domestically developed liquid coolant, which is designed specifically for artificial intelligence driven and software data center. So for data center, this coolant is designed by Refroid Technologies and BPCL, that is Bharat Petroleum Corporation Limited. Now, why this coolant has been developed? See, data centers takes a lot of energy, okay, and they generate heat. So they take a lot of energy and generate very much heat. Okay, now by using this coolant, it will keep them cool. Okay, keep these data center cools, and also this will minimize the carbon emission too. This coolant will also help in minimizing this carbon emission in the center. BPCL has become the first Indian energy company to spearhead such kind of initiative. Okay, so can you remember this too? Now talking about this BPCL headquarters is located in Mumbai, and it comes under Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas. It was started in 1976. So these are the important starting information related to BPCL. ISRO has launched latest version of finite element analysis of structure, that is FEAST software. And this software has been launched to analyze the behavior of structures like rockets and aircraft, satellites, etc. under various load in aerospace, automobile, civil, mechanical, marine engineering. Now you have to tell me that this software is developed by which of the following organization? Now this software is developed by Vikram Sarabhai Space Center. Vikram Sarabhai Space Center. Okay. Now talking about this FEAST software, let us first discuss that what is this finite element analysis, FEA. And what is this FEA? Now this FEA is a computerized method which is used to predict that how a product or structure reacts to real world forces or the environment forces. Okay. Now when we use this FEA that is finite element analysis. This method for the structures that is known as the FEAST. Okay, now structure could be rockets, aircrafts, or satellites, or building. Okay, so that's why this software has been launched by this VSSC, Vikram Sarabhai Space Center. Now talking about Vikram Sarabhai Space Center, this center is located in Thiruvananthapuram, Kerala. Okay, Thiruvananthapuram, Kerala, and this center is a major space center, research center of ISRO, and focuses on rocket and space vehicles. Okay, chaliye. India has retained its third spot on US Green Building Council annual list of top 10 countries and regions for LEED in 2024. LEED stands for Leadership in Energy and Environmental Design. Okay, now which of the following countries has topped this list? You have to tell me that which country has topped this list. So this list is topped by China. Talking about the LEED certification, this certification in India is managed by Green Business Certification, okay, GBCI. Now this GBCI works to accelerate the adoption of green building. Okay, so green building means how sustainable these buildings are, how environmentally they are performing. Okay, so that is what green buildings are. So to adopt nation the green building, this certification has been launched. Okay, so this certification is managed by GBCI. GBCI is an American organization which is based in Washington DC, and it was started in 2008. Okay, now this annual ranking does not rank United States of America. So outside the United States of America, other countries are given the ranking in this list. Okay, now this ranking helps in adopting healthy, sustainable, and resilient building design, construction, and operation. Okay, China has topped this list. USA is not included in this list. China has adopted topped this list. Second rank is secured by Canada. Third rank is secured by India. Fourth is by South Korea, and fifth is by United Arab Emirates. So India has been ranked at third position in this list. As per recent information, Himachal Pradesh took the first move to set up North India's first green hydrogen plant at Dabota, Nalagarh Tehsil in Solan district. Okay, now you have to tell me that this project will be developed by Himachal Pradesh Power Corporation Limited in collaboration with which company? Okay, now Himachal Pradesh Power Corporation Limited and Oil India Limited has collaborated for this project. This project is North India's first green hydrogen plant. Okay, and with this project, Himachal Pradesh government is aiming to become India's first green state by the year 2026. Okay, and this project has the capacity of 1 megawatt green hydrogen. Okay, and the cost of this project is rupees 9.04 crore, and it has the capacity of generating 423 kg of green hydrogen each day. Okay, so this is the capacity of this plant. Now talking about Oil India Limited, Oil India Limited is in the business of exploration, development, and production of crude oil and natural gas. Okay, its headquarters is located in Dibrugarh, Assam. Dibrugarh, Assam, and it comes under Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas. Who among the following has won Grammy Award under the category Best New Age Ambient or Chant Album for Triveni at 67th Annual Grammy Awards, also known as Grammy 2025. Recently, 67th Grammy Award has been happened, and under the Grammy Awards, who among the following has received this award for the category Best New Age Ambient or Chant Album, Triveni? So Chandrika Krishnamurthy Tandon, who is an Indian American, has received this award along with two other persons for this particular album. Name is Wouter Kellerman and Eru Matsumoto. Okay, so these two persons along with Chandrika Tandon has received this award for Best New Age Ambient and Chant Album category. Okay, now other important award under this Grammy Awards is Album of the Year is given to for Cowboy Carter to Beyonce. Record of the Year is given to Kendrick Lamar. Song of the Year is given to Kendrick Lamar. Best New Artist is Chappell Roan, and Songwriter of the Year is Amy Allen. So these are the most important awards you have to remember for your exam. Now Talking about the Grammy Awards 2025, this was the 67th edition of this award, and this was hosted by the South African comedian Trevor Noah. Okay. Now this awards is presented by Recording Academy since 1959, and Recording Academy is based in Santa Monica, California, United States. Okay. And this award honors the best in music across the 12 fields and 94 categories. Recently, Bochasan Vasi Akshar Purushottam Swami Narayana Sanstha has inaugurated largest Hindu temple of South Africa. Now you have to tell me that this temple was inaugurated at which of the following places. So this temple was inaugurated at Johannesburg. Okay. So this temple was inaugurated at Johannesburg, North Riding. Okay. Now this temple was constructed by Bochasan Vasi Akshar Purushottam Swami Narayana Sanstha, and the plot of land for this temple is 14.5 acre. Okay. And this is the largest Hindu temple of South Africa. Now talking about this Sanstha, that is Bochasan Vasi Akshar Purushottam Swaminarayan Sanstha, it is a Hindu denomination within Swaminarayan Sampradaya. So it is under the Swaminarayan Sampradaya. It was formed in 1905 by Shastri Yagnapurushdas, also known as Shastri Ji Maharaj, and headquarters of this Sanstha is located in Ahmedabad, Gujarat. Recently, United States President Donald Trump has signed an executive order to withdraw United States from which of the following organization. So US has withdrawn from UNHRC, that is United Nations Human Rights Council. Another important development is that they have all halted the funding for UNRWA. Okay. And another thing is that they have called for review of American involvement in Paris climate, Paris-based UNESCO. So American involvement in UNESCO will be reviewed as per the executive order signed by Donald Trump, United States President. Now, talking about UNHRC, what is UNHRC? UNHRC is an organization which aims to protect and aims to promote and protect the human rights. So for human rights, this organization was developed. Headquarters of UNHRC is located in Geneva, which is based in Switzerland, and this was started in 2006. Talking about UNRWA, for which funding has been halted. Okay, so this agency supports the relief and human development of Palestinian refugees. So for this, UNRWA was created, and its headquarters is located in Amman, Jordan, and Gaza, Palestine. Okay. Now, talking about the UNESCO, for which review order has been given. Now, this is an organization which promotes the world peace and security through international cooperation in education, arts, sciences, and culture. It was started in year 1945, and its headquarters is located in Paris, France. Recently, Union Cabinet has approved the extension of the tenure of a commission. The name of commission is National Commission for Safai Karamchari. Okay? The National Commission of Safai Karamchari's tenure has been extended by until March 31st, 2028. Now this commission, National Commission for Safai Karamcharis, works under Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment, and it was constituted as statutory body in 1994. Okay. Now, talking about this commission has been extended for 3 years, and the approximate outlay for these 3 years is rupees 50.91 crore rupees. Now, what is the mandate or the functions of this commission? The functions of this commission is to recommend the specific programs for the welfare of the people who are working as a Safai Karamchari, and the program would be recommended to the central government. Next is to study and evaluate the implementation of these programs and schemes which are related to the rehabilitation of Safai Karamcharis. Third one is to investigate the specific grievances of Karamcharis. Fourth is to study and monitor the working conditions of these peoples and present report to central or state government, which are matter reports which on any matter which are concerning the Safai Karamcharis. Okay, so these are the important functions related to the National Commission for Safai Karamcharis. Recently, Union Cabinet has approved the continuation and restructuring of a central sector scheme. The name of scheme is Skill India Program. Now, this scheme has been approved for continuation until 2026 with an outlay of what amount for a period of 2022-23 till 2025-26. So an outlay of rupees 8800 crore has been given under by the Union Cabinet for Skill India Program scheme. Okay, now under this scheme, three components has been merged. Three schemes has been merged. These three schemes are Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana 4.0. Second is Pradhan Mantri National Apprentice Promotion Scheme, and third one is Jan Shakti Sansthan scheme. Now for Jan Shakti Sansthan, an outlay of rupees 858 crore is given. For NAPS, that is Apprentice Scheme, rupees 1942 crore rupees is given, and for Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana 4.0, an outlay of rupees 6000 crore has been given. Okay, now talking about these three schemes separately, Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana, this scheme provides certification which is aligned with the skill development training, and the beneficiaries under these schemes would be the age of 15 to 59 years. Okay, now under these schemes, around 400 new courses will be launched in the area of artificial intelligence, 5G technology, cybersecurity, green hydrogen, and drone technology. So these are the new focus areas under Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana. Okay. Next, National Apprenticeship Promotion Scheme. Now under this, apprenticeship training would be provided on the job vocational training. So on the job vocational training would be provided to the youth of the country. Okay, and some kind of stipend will also be provided during this training, so they could financially support themselves. Okay, now under this scheme, to support both apprenticeship and establishment, a 25% of the stipend, that is up to rupees 1500 per month per apprentice, will be provided as a direct benefit transfer by the central government. Now the apprentice age should be between the 14 year and 35 years. Okay, now under this scheme, in the emerging fields like artificial intelligence, robotics, blockchain, green energy, etc., etc., these technologies or these fields will also be catered, under which apprenticeship training will be provided. Now last one is Jan Shikshan Sansthan. Jan Shikshan Sansthan is a community centric skilling initiative. Okay, now it is designed to make vocational training accessible, flexible, and inclusive, particularly to women, rural youth, and economically disadvantaged group within the age group of 15 to 45 years. Okay, recently an exercise named MFEX 2025, which is a biennial tri-services amphibious exercise, it was organized at which of the following places? So biennial exercises are those exercises which is conducted every 2 years. Okay, now this MFES exercise was conducted in Karwar, Karnataka. This exercise was conducted in Karwar, Karnataka. Karwar is located in Uttar Kannada district of Karnataka. Now this exercise will focus on enhancing interoperability and synergy between through the joint training. Okay. As per recently released Union Budget, which of the following initiatives has been launched to preserve more than 1 crore manuscripts? So to preserve more than 1 crore manuscripts, an initiative has been launched. Okay, you have to tell me the name of this initiative. Okay, the name of this initiative is Gyan Bharatam Mission. So the name of this initiative is Gyan Bharatam Mission. Now talking about manuscript, what is manuscript? A manuscript is an handwritten composition, okay, which is created on a material like paper, bark, cloth, etc., and it must have at least 75-year-old. So it should be 75-year-old and it should be written on the paper, bark, cloth, leaf, etc. These are known as the manuscript. So to conserve 1 crore manuscripts, a mission named Gyan Bharatam Mission has been launched. Okay, now it intends to cover more than 1 crore manuscripts, and this mission aims to undertake the survey, documentation, and conservation of Indian manuscripts that are lying in the academic institutions, museums, libraries, and are with private collectors. Okay, now there is a mission they named National Manuscript Mission. Okay, now the budget allocation for this National Manuscript Mission has been enhanced, which was earlier rupees 3.5 crore. It has been enhanced to 60 crore rupees. Okay, now this National Manuscript Mission was set up in 2003. Okay, so kindly remember this too. Now, the allocation for Cultural Ministry is rupees 3,360 crore. Okay, now talking about this National Manuscript Mission, this manuscript mission was started in 2003 by Ministry of Tourism and Culture. Okay, and it aims to unearth and preserve the manuscript wealth of India. Okay, it aims to identify them, documenting them, conserving them, and also making them accessible to the people of India. Okay. Recently, Chief Minister of Odisha has launched a scheme, and the name of scheme is Bikashita Gaon Bikashita Odisha. Bikashita Gaon Bikashita Odisha. Now, this scheme is launched for rural infrastructure development projects, and the budget outlay of this scheme is rupees 5,000 crore. You have to tell me the time period of this mission. So, the time period for which this scheme has been launched is 5 years. Now, this scheme was launched by Odisha government, okay, for 5 years, and for 2024-25 rupees 1,000 crore is allocated for this scheme. Now, under this scheme, basic infrastructure in villages will be created. Basic infrastructure in villages will be created, and also it aims to improve the connectivity in the rural villages, rural areas. Okay, now the development activities will be created in the villages of Odisha, and around 53,845 villages of Odisha are targeted. Okay, now the time period of this mission is 2024-25 till 2028-29. Okay, so this mission is targeted for 5 years, and the responsible authority to clarify and modify the guidelines is this Department of Government of Odisha, Panchayati Raj and Drinking Water Department. And the scheme will focus on linking the unconnected roads, improving the village roads. Also, it will cover the civic services, sports, education, small scale tourism, etc., etc. As per recent information, what is the revised repo rate as per the 6th and last bi-monthly monetary policy meeting of Reserve Bank of India for financial year 25? So, as per this monetary policy committee announcement, the revised repo rate is 6.25%. Now, what is this revised repo rate? Revised repo rate is bank taking loan from Reserve Bank of India. So, Reserve Bank of India charges some kind of interest on that. Okay, so that rate is known as repo rate. That is 6.25%. Now, this repo rate was earlier 6.5%, and it has decreased by 0.25 basis point to 6.25% recently. Okay, so this was the first reduction of repo rate in nearly 5 years. So in nearly 5 years, this is the first reduction of repo rate. Okay, now talking about other rates, that is standing deposit facility rate at 6%, marginal standing facility rate at 6.5%, bank rate is at 6.5%, and fixed reverse repo rate is at 3.35%. Now this repo rate is taken is for short-term loans, which is taken by bank from the Reserve Bank of India. Bank rate is taken is for long-term, okay, which the bank take loan from. Okay, and what is this reverse repo rate? Reverse repo rate is that rate at which banks are providing loans to Reserve Bank of India, and this is 3.35%. CRR and SLR. CRR stand for cash reserve ratio and SLR stand for statutory liquidity ratio. CRR stands at 4% and SLR stand at 18%. Okay. Now, talking about the projection from Reserve Bank of India for the GDP growth, it has projected for financial year 26 GDP growth will be 6.7%, and for this quarter wise, this is the data. Okay, talking about the CPI inflation for financial year 25, it is projected at 4.8%, and for quarter fourth for financial year 25 it is 4.4%. Okay, for financial year 26 the CPI inflation is projected at 4.2%. Okay, so this was 4.8% in financial year 25. This will decrease to 4.2% in financial year 26. Okay. Recently, ICC has announced the release of ICC Men's Championship Trophy official song, and the name of this song is Jeeto Bazi Khel Ke. Now you have to tell me that this song is sung by who? So Atif Aslam is associated with this song. He has sung this song Jeeto Bazi Khel Ke. Okay, now talking about this championship trophy, Now this championship trophy is ninth edition of ICC Champions Trophy, and it will be hosted by Pakistan and United Arab Emirates collectively. Okay, and this is a quadrennial ODI cricket event, so this happens for in 4 years. So after the 4 years, this happens. Okay, so once in 4 years, this tournament happens. Now, talking about ICC, ICC headquarters is located in Dubai, United Arab Emirates, and it was formed in 1909. And its headquarters is in Dubai. Alphabet's Google recently announced update in its Gemini family of large language model, including a new cost efficient model with competitive pricing against low cost artificial intelligence model. You have to tell me the name of this budget friendly Gemini model. So this budget friendly Gemini model is Flashlight. Now what are these large language models? Now these large language models are a type of artificial intelligence which can understand, generate and interact with human language. They are trained on massive data sets using the deep learning techniques. Okay, this is what large language models are. Now what is Gemini? Gemini was earlier known as Bard. Okay, it was earlier known as Bard. Now this Gemini is an artificial intelligence model developed by Google, and it performs various complex tasks like problem solving, reasoning, processing on large data sets. So this is what this Gemini model can do. And a budget-friendly model of Gemini has been launched recently. The name of this model is Flashlight. Okay. As per recently released Union Budget 2025-26, Center will target fiscal deficit of 1% of GDP for the financial year 25-26, down from revised 4.8% for the current year. So for the current year, fiscal deficit is 4.8%, and in the Union Budget, it has been revised to, or the target of fiscal deficit for financial year 25-26 is 4.4%. So 4.4% is the target of the fiscal deficit which has been set by the Union Budget for the year 2025-26. Now what is this fiscal deficit? Fiscal deficit occurs when the government total spending has exceeded the revenue. Now this revenue exclude borrowing. This is what fiscal deficit is. Now the other important data related which has been shared in Union Budget is that the total receipt other than borrowing is rupees 34.96 lakh crore. The total expenditure of Government of India is 50.65 lakh crore. Okay, and the fiscal deficit target as per the budget estimate 25-26 is 4.4%. Revised estimate was 4.8% of GDP. Okay, now here is the total expenditure of the Government of India, which is budgeted for 25-26, 50,65,345 crore. Total receipt except borrowing is 34,96,409 crore, and the revenue, talking about the next net tax revenue, it is 28,37,409 crore. Okay, now what is the ministry wise expenditure? So for the defense, Union Budget has allocated around 6,81,210 crore. So this is the maximum amount of allocation given to any ministry. Okay, so Defense Ministry has received the maximum amount 6,81,210 crore rupees. Road and Transport Highways Ministry has received 2,87,333 crore rupees. Railway Ministry has been allocated 2,55,445 crore rupees. Okay. Talking about the scheme-wise allocation, Manrega has received 86,000 crore rupees. Jal Jeevan Mission has received 67,000 crore rupees. PM Kisan scheme has received 63,500 crore rupees. Okay. Now talking about other important schemes, the PM Surya Ghar Muft Bijli Yojana has received 20,000 crore rupees, and PM Gram Sadak Yojana has received 19,000 crore rupees. So you have to remember all these schemes and their allocations. Recently, which of the following countries has become the first Latin American nation to formally exit China's Belt and Road Initiative? So China's Belt and road initiative has been left by a Latin American country named Panama. Okay, now talking about this Belt and Road Initiative, this initiative is related to China and it was started in 2013. Okay, so it aims to invest in more than 150 countries and international organization. Okay, now it is composed of 6 urban development land corridors, which is linked by road, rail, energy, digital infrastructure, maritime Silk Road. Okay, now it comprises of Silk Road Economic Belt, which is a transcontinental passage which links China with Southeast Asia, South Asia, Central Asia, Russia, and Europe by land. Okay. Recently, which of the following teams has won the first ever title of Men's Hockey India League 2024-25 by defeating Hyderabad Tufan in the final tournament that was held at Birsa Munda International Hockey Stadium in Rourkela, Odisha. Okay. Which team has won this tournament? So this tournament was won by Shrachi Rad Bengal Tiger. Okay, so this team has won this tournament. Now, talking about this tournament is also known as Hero Hockey India League for the sponsorship region, and this was the 6th season of this Hockey India League. Okay, now Women's League was also happened, and Odisha Warriors has won this Women League of this Hockey India League, and Women's League was happened for the first time, and Odisha Warriors has won this tournament. Now this Hockey India League, Men's Hockey India League, was organized by Hockey India, whose headquarters is located in New Delhi. Okay, and talking about the awards which has been given under this league, Best Player of the Tournament award is given to Sukhjit Singh, Best Goalkeeper award is given to Bikramjit Singh, Best Top Goal Scorer award is given to Jugraj Singh, Upcoming Player is given to award is given to Arshdeep Singh, and Fair Play Trophy is given to UP Rudras team. Okay. Recently, which of the following companies has developed an innovative method to launch satellites into the low Earth orbit without using the traditional rocket fuel? So without using the rocket fuel, the satellite will be launched into low Earth orbit, and an innovative method has been developed by a company. So the name of this company is SpinLaunch. So SpinLaunch has developed this method. Now under this method, electric powered kinetic launch mechanism is there. Okay, now there is some kind of massive rotating arm. What this arm rapidly spun the satellite into very high speeds before it being released through a launch tube. Okay, so this is the launch tube. You can see that here, this is the launch tube before which the satellite will be spun here. This will be rotated here at very high speed, and later this will be ejected through this arm, okay, into the low Earth orbit. Okay, so this initiative or this method is developed by the company named SpinLaunch, and this project is supported by NASA, Airbus, United States Department of Defense. Okay, so the organization has supported this method of this experiment. Okay, now talking about SpinLaunch is headquartered in California, US, and this company was founded in 2014. Recently, Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, in collaboration with Niti Aayog, has launched a program, Women Entrepreneurship Program, in Assam, Meghalaya, and Mizoram. You have to tell me the name of this program. So the name of this program is Swavlambini. Okay, and Ministry of Skill Development, in collaboration with Niti Aayog, has launched this program. Now talking about this program aims to empower the female students in the select higher education institutes in the Northeast area. In the Northeast India, higher education institutions are being targeted. Female students of these higher education institutes are being targeted, and also the aim is to provide them the essential entrepreneurial mindset, resources, and mentorship. So to make them the entrepreneurs of the future, some kind of mentorship will be provided, resources will be provided like funding, and they will develop their mindset in terms of the entrepreneurship. Okay, and in this program, MSDE, that is Ministry of Skill Development, has collaborated with Indian Institute of Entrepreneurship and Niti Aayog. Okay, now these several higher education institutions from which female students are being selected are Guwahati University, Northeastern Hill University, Kiang Nangba Government College, Ribhoi College, which is based in Ribhoi district, Mizoram University, Government Champai College, Lunglei Government College, Handiku College, and Dispur College. So there are many colleges from which female students are being targeted to provide them the resources and mentorship for entrepreneurship. Okay, now under this program, 300 selected students will be offered 40 hours of training. Okay, so 40 hours of training will be provided to 300 selected students under this program, and they will be provided 6 months. Following this 40-hour training, they will be provided 6 months of mentorship and hand-holding support. Okay, now under this program, faculty will also be upskilled. Okay, so there will be a 5-day faculty development program under which the faculty of this higher education institution will be upskilled to effectively train and mentor the student in entrepreneurship. And the unique aspect of this program is award to reward initiative. Now, what is this award to reward initiative? Now, those successful entrepreneurs who have been enrolled in this program will be received, will be celebrated, will be recognized under this award to reward initiative. Okay, so this is the unique aspect of this program. Now, talking about this Indian Institute of Entrepreneurship. Now, this Indian Institute of Entrepreneurship is located in Guwahati. Okay, this institute is based in Guwahati, and this institute is an autonomous organization under Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship. Okay, and this institute aims to provide training, research, and consultancy activities in SME. So it works for the SME. It provides them to training, research, and consultancy activities. Recently, which of the following states has announced public-private people partnership, that is P4 system? Okay, and the aim of this system is to eradicate poverty in the state. So the state which has launched this P4 system is Andhra Pradesh. Now, talking about this P4 system aims to achieve zero poverty in the state, and it was launched on the occasion of Ugadi festival in Andhra Pradesh. Okay, now it aims to tackle the poverty within the state and aims to uplift the underprivileged and provide them the opportunity for sustainable growth. Okay, now this P4 model is a part of Swarn Andhra at the rate 2047 initiative, which is led by the Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh. Now, what is this initiative? This initiative was announced in December 2024, and under this, a vision document was unveiled to make the state prosperous, inclusive, and global competitive hub by 2047. So by 2047, Andhra Pradesh government is targeting to make the state prosperous, inclusive, and global competitive hub. Now, under this Swarn Andhra at the rate 2047 initiative, this P4 model is launched. Okay, now under this P4 model, there is a portal which is created to receive the suggestions, opinions, and advice from the general public. Okay, so under this, underprivileged sections will be identified through a special survey, and a nodal officers in each district will be appointed. Okay. Now, talking about this festival, Ugadi festival, this is a New Year's Day of Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, and Karnataka. Okay, this is also known as Samvatsaradi, means beginning of the year. As per recent information, Aero India 2025, which is the 15th edition of Aero India, is scheduled to be held at which of the following locations? So this Aero India 2025 will be held at Yelahanka Air Force Station, which is based in Bengaluru. Okay, and the theme of this Aero India 2025 is the runway to a billion opportunities. Okay, now talking about this Aero India event 2025 event, this will be held in from 10th to 14th February 2025. First Aero India show was held in 1996. So can you remember this? And this is the 15th edition. In 2025, 15th edition of this Aero India show was celebrated in Yelahanka Air Force Station, Bengaluru. Okay, now this is a biannual air show. It means that it happens once in every 2 years. Okay, so this is a biennial air show, and it is held in Bengaluru, and it is organized by Defense Exhibition Organization, which comes under Department of Defense Production, which comes under Ministry of Defense. So uh, basically this was organized by Ministry of Defense. Okay, now there is another important seminar named Biennial Aero India International Seminar, which was also held in Bengaluru, Karnataka. Okay, and this was the 15th edition of this seminar. And this seminar was organized by Center for Military Airworthiness and Certification, based in Bengaluru, which comes under DRDO, in association with Aeronautical Society of India. Now, an important portal which was launched during this Aero India show was Vayu with Digital Portal. Now, this portal aims to place orders, certification, and payments between the two organizations, that is Indian Air Force and Hindustan Aeronautics Limited. So, to place orders between the Indian Air Force and Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, and to make the certification, make the payment, this portal, this digital portal named Vayu with was launched. Okay, chaliye. Which of the following states has implemented a scheme named Nirbhaya Kadi and Mo Gelha Zia? ठीक है, under the Beti Bachao Beti Padhao scheme. So under the Beti Bachao Beti Padhao scheme, these two schemes were launched. Which state has launched this scheme? The name of state is Odisha. So Odisha government has launched many schemes recently. Some schemes we will discuss. Nirbhaya Kadi, the fearless bird. Okay, now this scheme aims to attain just order which is fit for girl child. Okay, so society will be just. A kind of just order will be presented in the society that would be fit for the girl child. Okay. Next one is, and now this Nirbhaya Kadi initiative is launched in Ganjam district of Odisha. Next one is Mo Gelha Zia, which is also known as My Lovely Daughter. Now this is also launched in Ganjam district, and the aim of this program is to combat this sex selection and female ferticide. Okay, so to combat the sex selection and female ferticide, this initiative was launched in Ganjam district of Odisha. Okay, next one is Kalpana Avijan scheme, and this scheme was launched in Dhankal district of Odisha, and the aim of this scheme is to track and monitor the adolescent girls and prevent child marriage among them. Okay, so to track and monitor the adolescent girls and prevent the child marriage in the Dhankal district of Odisha. Now this scheme will aims to provide the services to girl whose age is between 10 to 19 years. Okay, next is Swarna Kalika scheme, which was launched in Keonjhar district. Now this scheme aims to provide the awareness about the harmful effects of child marriage. So to provide the awareness regarding the harmful effects of child marriage, this initiative is launched in Keonjhar district. Now next is, and last one is, Virangana scheme of Deoghar district. So to boost self-esteem and confidence in the adolescent girls through martial arts and self-defense techniques. So some kind of techniques like martial arts and self-defense will be provided to the adolescent girls, which will boost their self-esteem and confidence. Okay, and the age group which can participate in this program is 14 to 19 years. As per recent information, Reserve Bank of India is introducing exclusive internet domains for financial sector participants, including banking and non-banking. So for banking sector and for non-banking sector, exclusive internet domains are being introduced by Reserve Bank of India. Now you have to tell me that which organization will be the exclusive registrar of this this initiative of this domains. So the registrar of this is Institute for Development and Research in Banking Technology, that is IDRBT. Now what is this IDRBT? Now this IDRBT is an institution which is exclusively based on the banking technology. Okay, and it is located in Hyderabad. It was started by 1996 by RBI. So it was started in 1996 by RBI. Okay, now talking about this initiative, for Indian banks, a domain of bank.in will be provided, and for non-bank entities, it will be fin.in. Okay, now why this banking domain are being launched by the Reserve Bank of India? To reduce the cyber security threats and malicious activities like phishing, streamlining, and also to streamline the secure financial services. So to reduce this cyber attacks on the banking sector and malicious activities, this bank.in domain or fin.in domain are being launched by Reserve Bank of India. Okay, now IDRBT will be the exclusive registrar for this. As per recent information, International Buddhist Confederation is set to launch the historic expedition, that is historic Lord Buddha Tri-Nation Tri-Services Expedition. Now this expedition will be launched from Lumbini, Nepal to, so this is launched from Lumbini, Nepal to Gale, Sri Lanka. Okay, now this is a tri-nation, so 3 nations are involved in this expedition. Tri-services, it means all the armed forces of these countries are involved in this expedition. Now let us discuss about this expedition. 3 nations are India, Nepal and Sri Lanka. Okay, in partnership with International Buddhist Confederation, this initiative has been taken. Now this is a motorcycle expedition which is launched from Lumbini, Nepal, which is birthplace of Lord Buddha, and it will move to Gale, Sri Lanka. Now under this initiative, under this expedition, key Buddhist heritage sites will be explored. Like this expedition will travel through this key Buddhist heritage site. Okay, and from India, some Buddhist landmarks will be crossed, like Sarnath, Bodh Gaya, Nalanda, Nagarjuna Sagar, Udayagiri. Okay, now this will guide participants through these landmarks. Okay, recently researchers from which of the following countries has successfully created first ever kangaroo embryos? Okay, using a technology that is in vitro fertilization. So using the IVF technique, first ever kangaroo embryos are created. Which country has done this? So the country name is Australia. Now what is this IVF? IVF is a kind of technology which provide fertility treatment. Now this is done by Australia. According to recently released report, World Gold Council report, gold investment demand in India stood at approximately what amount, marking its highest level since 2013. So recently, as per this report, gold investment demand in India has stood at 239 tons. Okay, so the investment demand in India has stood at 239 tons. Now, talking about in the terms of year-to-year change, so in 2023, the gold demand in India was 185 ton and it has increased to 239 ton. Okay, so the annual change is 29%. So this is the positive change in the annual investment of gold throughout the India. So 29% change is there. Now why this demand has been increased in India? So as per this report, primary reason behind the increase in the gold demand in India is the steady rise in gold prices. So as you all know that due to war or due to some events happened worldwide, the gold demand in the world has increased. So due to this demand, the gold prices has also increased. So due to this increase in gold prices, this demand behind the investment in gold has increased. Okay, now also another important reason is major metropolitan cities like Delhi, Bengaluru, Mumbai. Here the buying of gold has increased. Also the e-commerce platform has started delivering the gold bars and coins. This is also the reason behind increasing in the gold investment among the people of India. Okay, now as per this report, there is a 29% of annual change in the gold investment in India, and this is the positive change. Now talking about the other countries like in Americas, in United States particularly, there is a negative change of 33%. Okay, now talking about Europe, there is a negative change of 50% in the gold investment. Okay, recently Government of India has revised market intervention scheme guidelines to encourage more states to implement it. Now, under this scheme, under this guidelines which has been revised recently, the procurement or coverage limit for crop production has increased from existing 20% to what percentage? Okay, so the procurement limit for crop production has increased from 20% to 25%. Okay, now this scheme, that is market intervention scheme, is a part of it is a component of PM ASHA scheme. Now talking about PM ASHA scheme, PM ASHA scheme stands for PM Pradhan Mantri Annadata Aay Sanrakshan Abhiyan. Now this scheme was launched in 2018 and the nodal ministry of the scheme, Ministry of Agriculture. Okay, now this scheme is launched to ensure remunerative prices to the farmers. Okay, so to ensure remunerative prices to the farmers, this scheme was launched. There are 4 components of the scheme. First one is price support schemes. Now, under the first component, physical procurement of pulses, oilseeds, and copra will be done by the central nodal agencies. Second is price deficiency payment scheme. It aims to propose. Now, this scheme proposed to cover all the oilseeds for which MSP is notified. Now, under the scheme, direct payment of the difference between the MSP and the selling price will be made to the registered farmers. Under the third component, that is pilot of private procurement and stockist scheme. Now this component, under this component, this is for the oilseeds first of all. Second, state has the option to roll out this PPPS on the pilot basis in the selected district. So in the selected district on the pilot basis, these components will be rolled out. Now under the scheme, private players will also be participating to procure the crops. Okay, so these are the 3 components. Fourth one is the market intervention scheme, for which the scheme guidelines has been revised so that more state could participate in this market intervention scheme. Okay, now this is implemented by Ministry of Agriculture and Farmer Welfares, and this objective of this component is to provide the remunerative prices to the farmers, to those farmers in case of excess of the production and the fall of prices. So the farmers produce has excess, so the production of that produce of the farmers is in excess and there is a fall in prices. Okay, this is the objective of this this scheme, to provide remunerative prices in this condition. Okay, now this MIS is a scheme under which horticulture commodities and other agriculture commodities are taken. So for these commodities, that is horticulture commodities and other agriculture commodities, these MIS components will be implemented. Now, these commodities are perishable in nature and are not covered under the MSP scheme. Okay, so these are not covered under the minimum support price scheme. Okay, now this MIS is implemented on the specific request of the state government or union territory government under this condition that the loss will be shared between the central government and the state government on 50-50 basis, and in the case of northeastern state, central government will bear the cost of 75% and northeastern state will bear 25% of the loss. Okay, now what are the changes which has been made under this market intervention scheme, which is a component of PSRSHA scheme? Okay, now first one is, it will be implemented only when there is a minimum reduction of 10% in the prevailing market price. So for example, in 2024 there is a price of a product is 100 rupees. Okay, but in 2025 it has reduced by 10%, minimum 10%. This has been reduced, it has reduced to 90 rupees or less than 90 rupees, like 85 rupees. Then only this component will be implemented. Okay, first one is this condition. Second is the procurement limit of production quantity of crops, which was earlier 20%, has increased to 25%. This one is the second change which has been made in this guideline. Third is the state has the option to pay the difference between the market intervention price and the selling price directly into the bank account of the farmers. So the price which under this scheme will be paid directly to the farmers. Recently, a joint military exercise named Cyclone 2025 has commenced in Rajasthan. Now you have to tell me that this exercise is conducted between India and which of the following countries? So Cyclone 2025 is conducted between India and Egypt. And the motto of this exercise is together we train, together we excel. Okay, now this is the third edition of this exercise. First edition happened in Jaisalmer, Rajasthan in year 2023, and second edition was held in Egypt. Okay, now this is a counter-terrorism exercise, or this is a exercise under which professional skills are shared. There is an improvement of interoperability between the two forces. Okay, for which this exercise has been happened. Now other exercise which happened between the India and Egypt is exercise HOPEX, which is related to the Air Force. Recently, which of the following organization has launched a policy report titled Expanding Quality Higher Education Through States and State Public Universities? Now this is the first of its kind policy document in the higher education sector, which is focused specifically on state and the universities. Okay, so this report has been released by Niti Aayog. So Niti Aayog has released this report. Now talking about this report, this is first of its kind policy document, okay, which is in the higher education sector, focused specifically on states and state public universities. Now, the vision of this document is to strengthen the state university. Okay, now as per this document, 81% of the total student enrollment in the higher education is in the state public university. Okay, and there are 495 state public universities in India, and Karnataka has the highest universities of it with the 43. Okay, followed by West Bengal and Uttar Pradesh. Talking about the other key findings, Jammu Kashmir has spent highest in education and secured first rank in the overall expenditure category. Okay, followed by the Manipur and Delhi. In terms of higher education expenditure, Bihar has ranked highest at 1.56%, followed by Jammu Kashmir. Third is per youth education spending. Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra are among the top spenders. Talking about the university density, now what is this university density? Universities per 1 lakh eligible population in a state is known as university density. It is 0.18 at the national level. Okay, and Sikkim has the highest university density of 10.3. Okay, now talking about the policy recommendation. Now, policy recommendation is related to quality, funding and financing, governance and employability. Now, talking about the policy recommended related to quality, it is saying that there should be improve in the quality of research, improve quality of pedagogy and curriculum, digitalization of higher education, internationalization of higher education. Now, talking about the funding, it provide recommendation related to the government funding, fee autonomy, taxation, improving governance, skilling and employability, enhancement of student across these streams. So these are the major recommendations which are related to this report. So this report has given this recommendation. Now, which of the following countries has commissioned its first drone carrier? And the name of this drone carrier is Shahid Bagheri C1104. It is a container ship which has been converted, okay, for deployment of drones, helicopters and missile system. Okay, so this ship, that is Shahid Bagheri, is associated with Iran. It is also known as, this ship is also known as Shahid Bahman Bagheri and Shahid Bakri. Okay, so these are the other name of this operation. Now it is equipped with long range operations, intelligent collections and drone missions. So this ship will be used to deploy the drones, helicopters and missile systems. So kindly remember this. As per recent information, which of the following countries has hosted third edition of Artificial Intelligence Action Summit with India as co-chair? So with India, which country has hosted this summit, Artificial Intelligence Action Summit? So India, in collaboration with France, has conducted this Artificial Intelligence Action Summit. Now, talking about the objectives of this summit objectives center around the tech sovereignty. Okay, and the discussion in this summit happened on artificial intelligence governance, technological cooperation, collaboration, and strategic partnership. And themes are public service, artificial intelligence, future of work, innovation and culture, trust in artificial intelligence, and global governance of artificial intelligence. So basically, this summit was targeted towards the artificial intelligence. Okay, how we can use the artificial intelligence in the public service, what is the future of work in artificial intelligence, how we can innovate in the artificial intelligence, should we trust on the artificial intelligence? Okay, so these are the many areas of discussion during this summit. Okay, recently United States has imposed tariffs, okay, tariff on imports from China, Canada, Mexico as a part of its policy, that is beggar thy neighbor policy. Now this term beggar thy neighbor is attributed to which economist? So this is attributed to Adam Smith. Now talking about this beggar thy neighbor policy, it is a protectionist strategy. Okay, and it involves measures like trade barriers, currency devaluation and subsidies, and it aims to improve the economic situation of the country, okay, at expenses of other. Now what happens under this policy? For example, there is a trade war. Talking about this trade war, the government of that country will impose the heavy tariffs by which there will be effect on the other countries, such that those countries, other countries, for example, China has imposed the heavy tariff on US products. Now US product will not be reachable to the common people of China, okay, because of these heavy tariffs. And they could also, China could also impose the strict quotas on the import of foreign goods, okay. This is the most common example of this policy. Second one is currency war. Okay, currency war is to depreciate the value of its currency. For example, China aims to depreciate its value, its domestic currency value. Okay, so that with this devaluation of the currency, its exports gets increases, and also it will discourage the import from the foreign goods. Okay, this is how this policy, beggar thy neighbor policy, works. Okay, and the term is attributed to Adam Smith. Recently, Union Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh has launched India's first indigenous automated biomedical waste treatment plant named Srijnam. Okay, at which of the following locations? So this India's first automated biomedical waste treatment plant, Srijnam, is launched in AIIMS, New Delhi. So in AIIMS, New Delhi, this Srijnam plant is launched. Okay, now talking about this plant is developed by CSIR NIIST, that is National Institute for Interdisciplinary Science and Technology, which is based in Thiruvananthapuram, Kerala. Oh, okay, so this is developed by this institute. Now, talking about Srijnam, it can disinfect pathogenic biomedical waste like blood, urine, laboratory disposable, etc., etc. So this plant has been launched for sustainable management of biomedical waste. So to manage this biomedical waste, this plant has been launched. Recently, NASA has identified a near Earth asteroid, which has slightly over 1% chance of impacting Earth in 2022. Now, what is the name of this asteroid? So the name of this asteroid is 2024 YR4. 2024 YR4. Now, what is this asteroid? Asteroids are small rocky objects that orbit the sun. So the rocky objects that orbit the sun are known as asteroid. So there is a near Earth asteroid which has over 1% of chance to impact Earth in 2032. Name of this asteroid is 2024 YR4. Okay, and it is actually estimated to be about 40 to 90 meter. Okay, and it was discovered using a station named ATLAS, that is Asteroid Terrestrial Impact Last Alert System, which is based in Chile. Now, this ATLAS is a robotic astronomical survey. It detect the smaller near Earth objects before they can impact the Earth. Okay? So it detect those near Earth objects which can impact the Earth, ATLAS, and it's based in Chile. Recently, Lakhisarai Museum, which is built at the cost of 35.8 crore rupees, has inaugurated at which of the following places? So this Lakhisarai Museum has been inaugurated in Bihar. Okay, Bihar Lakhisarai district. So the name of district is Lakhisarai. Now this is the second largest museum of Bihar. It is based in Lakhisarai district, and the ancient statues, inscriptions, pottery, Buddhist stupas, and precious stones which are recovered from the excavation in Lakhisarai district will be preserved in this museum. Okay, this museum will promote tourism in Bihar. Recently, which of the following institutes in collaboration with ISRO have developed a semiconductor chip, and this chip can be used for diverse purposes, and it marks the indigenization efforts in advanced technology. Okay, so the institute which has collaborated to develop the semiconductor chip with ISRO is IIT Madras. Okay, so with IIT Madras, a unit of ISRO, that is Inertial Systems Unit based in Thiruvananthapuram, has collaborated to work on this semiconductor chip. Okay, and the name of this chip is IRIS chip. Okay, IRIS stands for Indigenous RISCV Controller for Space Applications. Okay, now this chip will be based on a processor, that is Shakti processor baseline. And how this chip will be useful for us? This chip can be used in diverse domains like Internet of Things, computing systems for strategic needs. So this is how this chip will be useful for our country. Okay, now let us discuss about this Shakti project. Now this Shakti project is working under, it is backed by Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology under an initiative named Digital India RISC 5 initiative. Okay, RISC 5 initiative. Now what is this DIRV, that is Digital India RISC 5 initiative? It aims to uplift India's semiconductor ecosystem. Okay, and the goal is to promote indigenous innovation in the field of microprocessor. So basically the goal of this initiative, that is DIR 5 program, is to make indigenous innovation in the field of semiconductor. Okay, so in the field of microprocessor, this program, this initiative aims to promote the indigenous innovation, so that we could make our own semiconductors in the country. Okay, now here RISC stands for Reduced Instruction Set Computer, and this V stands for 5th generation. Recently, India has ranked 96 out of 180 country. Okay, so the rank of India is 96 out of 180 country. In which index? So the name of index is Corruption Perception Index 2024. Now you have to tell me that which country has topped this ranking. So this ranking is topped by the country named Denmark. So Denmark has topped the ranking in Corruption Perception Index for 2024, and India has been ranked at 96th position. Now talking about this index, if the score is 100, then it is very clean. Okay, and when the score is 0, it is highly corrupt country. So on the basis of score, okay, the ranking is given. Okay, if the score of that particular country is 0, then that country is highly corrupt country, and when it has secured the score of 100 as per this index, then that country is very clean country in the terms of corruption. Okay, now talking about the top 3 countries, Denmark has topped this ranking. Second rank is secured by the Finland, and third rank is secured by Singapore. Now Denmark has secured this rank with the score of 90. Okay, now talking about India has secured 96th rank along with Gambia and Maldives. Okay, now the score of India is 38. Now last 3 countries are, as per this index, at the last rank, that is 180th rank is secured by South Sudan, 179th rank is secured by Somalia, and Venezuela has secured 178th rank as per this index. Recently, which of the following organization has announced a new initiative, and the name of this initiative is Donate Organs, Save Lives. Now why this initiative has been launched? To promote the organ donation awareness. So to create awareness among the people about the organ donation, this initiative, that is Donate Organ Save Life initiative, or the campaign, has been launched by ICC, that is International Cricket Council. Now this initiative aimed to harness the influence of cricket to inspire people to pledge the organ donation. So with the help of the influence of cricket, okay, this initiative will inspire the people for organ donations. Okay, and Narendra Modi Stadium, which is based in Ahmedabad, which is world's largest international cricket stadium with a capacity of 132,000, will conduct the organ donation camp. Okay. Recently, Hindustan Aeronautics Limited has renamed its aircraft, that is Hindustan Jet Trainer HJT-36, to what? After extensive modification to resolve departure characteristics and improve spin resistance throughout the aircraft envelope. So basically what happened, that earlier aircraft was known as Hindustan Jet Trainer HJT-36. It has been renamed after the modification in that aircraft. Now you have to tell me the renamed. So the new name of this HJT-36 aircraft. So the new name of this aircraft is Yashash. Okay. Now talking about this Yashash, it is a flagship jet training aircraft. So it is a jet training aircraft which is associated with Hindustan Aeronautics Limited. Okay, and it is fully equipped with pilot training, stage 2 of pilot training. Okay, now what is this stage 2 pilot training? It is a special training under which variety of specialized operations such as counter-insurgency, counter-surface force operation, and armament training is provided. Okay, and this aircraft has a capability to support the payload of 1000 kg. Recently, Indian Army has participated in a major training exercise. Now this exercise demonstrated high operational readiness and showcased the integration between Indian Army and Indian Air Force. So what is the name of this exercise? So the name of this exercise is the Winged Raider. Okay, so the name of this exercise is Winged Raider. Now, this exercise has been conducted to demonstrate the operational readiness and integration between Indian Army and Indian Air Force. So that's why this that's why this exercise has been conducted. Exercise name is Exercise Winged Raider. Recently, India has finished at the top of medal table with a total of 12 medals at 2025 Para Archery Asia Cup, which was held in Bangkok, Thailand. Okay, now India has won how many gold medals? So total medal secured by India is 12, and you have to tell me that how many gold medals has been secured by India. So India has secured 6 gold medal in this event. This event is 2025 Para Archery Asia Cup. It was held in Bangkok, Thailand. So it was held in Bangkok, Thailand. So India has secured the first rank in the terms of medals in this event. Okay, so 6 gold medal has been secured by India, 3 silver and 3 bronze. So total 12 medals has been secured by India, and India has topped this medal tally. Okay, now talking about this, 11 countries has participated in this event. 11 countries has participated. Countries are Thailand, India, Indonesia, Taiwan, Hong Kong, China, Philippines, Malaysia, Germany, Singapore, Slovenia, USA. Okay, so these are the 11 countries which has participated in this event, and India has secured the first rank in terms of medal tally. Some winners are like Sarita has won the gold medal in women compound open. Shyam Sundar Swami has secured the gold medal in men's compound open. Okay, and this Harvinder Singh and Pooja has secured the gold medal in recurve open mixed team category. Recently, which of the following companies has been chosen by NASA to provide the launch service for Pandora mission? So for Pandora mission, launch services will be provided by which company? Okay, now this Pandora mission aims to study at least 20 known exoplanets and their host stars, enhancing the understandings of how changes in these stars affect the observation of exoplanet atmosphere. So basically, this Pandora mission will study 20 known exoplanets and their host stars, and also it will enhance the understanding of these exoplanets, that how changes in the stars, these host star, affect the exoplanet atmosphere. So the company with which NASA has chosen to provide the launch services is SpaceX. Okay, so SpaceX has been chosen for this mission, Pandora mission. Now talking about this Pandora mission, this Pandora mission will study the atmosphere of exoplanets and world beyond our solar system. Okay, and it is a project which is done with collaboration with NASA's Goddard Space Flight Center based in Maryland, USA. Second is Lawrence Livermore National Laboratory based in California, US. Third one is Ames Research Center, which is associated with NASA and it is based in California. Okay, and this Pandora mission will study the atmosphere of the exoplanet. Okay, now this is a 1-year mission. This is a 1-year mission, and it will observe each exoplanet 10 times, observing for 24 hours each visit. So each exoplanet, around 20 exoplanet will be visited, and each exoplanet will be observed under this mission 10 times in a year. Okay, now this mission will look for the signs of hydrogen and waters in the atmosphere of these exoplanets. Recently, central government has launched next phase of its UDAN scheme, that is UDAN 5.5, and it will enhance the regional air connectivity. Now this latest phase of the scheme will award routes that will be serviced exclusively with seaplanes, choppers and small aircraft with the seating capacity of how many passengers? Okay, now this UDAN 5.5 has been launched to increase the last mile connectivity in remote region, hilly areas and island territories, and this will be serviced exclusively with seaplanes, choppers and the small aircrafts with a seating capacity of 20 persons. So it has this seating capacity of 20 persons. Now according to sources, during this UDAN 5.5 version, operators will offer a chance to chart out the seaplane routes between the 80 water bodies. Okay, and 400 helipads are also included in this scheme. Okay. Now, the categories which are open for the aircraft is 1A. Now, what is this 1A category? It is the aircraft which has the seating capacity less than 9 passengers. Second one is one category which can ferry less than 20 passengers. Okay, so these are the two categories which are open for the aircraft companies under Udan 5.5 scheme. Now, talking about Udan scheme, Udai Desh Ka Aam Nagrik scheme, this scheme was launched in 2016 and is a vital component of National Civil Aviation Policy. Okay, and this scheme is spearheaded by Ministry of Civil Aviation. Now, this scheme focuses on unserved air routes in the underserved regions. So, in the underserved regions, connectivity, improving connectivity is the aim of this, is the focus of this mission, of this scheme. Okay, now under this scheme, airlines will be provided the subsidies and incentives to operate flights on these underserved or unserved routes. As per recent information, India's advertising industry is projected to grow by 7% year on year in 2025. As per the report which is given by Group M. Okay, now you have to tell me that globally India has ranked at what position among the top advertising markets. So India is ranked at 9th position among the top advertising market. Okay, and as per this report is released by Group M, which is a part of WPP. Now, this WPP is a British multinational company working in the area of communication, advertising, etc., etc. Okay, and India has secured 9th rank among the top advertising market. Countries like United States, China, United Kingdom, Japan, and Germany are leading this list, and India has secured 9th position in this list. Okay, now some data, important data related to this report is digital and TV together account for 86% of the total ad spend, with streaming TV now make up to 12.6% of this ad revenue. Okay, SME, reality, education, banking sector, technical sector, and telecom are contributing to 60% of total advertising. Okay, and retail media is expected to contribute 13.2% of total ad spend. So this is the important data related to this report. Recently, Thaipusam, also known as Thaipusam, which is a Hindu festival, has been celebrated in which of the following states? To honor Lord Murugan, also known as Lord Kartikeya, the Hindu god of war, victory, and wisdom. So to honor Lord Murugan, a festival named Thaipusam had been celebrated in which of the following states? So this is celebrated in Tamil Nadu. Okay, now let us discuss about this festival. So this is a Tamil Hindu festival which is celebrated on the first full moon day of Tamil month of Thai, coinciding with Pusam star. Now what is this Thaipusam? Thaipusam is, Thai stands for Tamil month and Pusam stands for the star at the highest point. Okay, that's why this is known as Thaipusam, and it is celebrated to honor Lord Murugan. Okay, now this festival commemorates the occasion when Lord Murugan received the well spear, the heavenly weapon, from his mother, goddess Parvati. So when Lord Murugan received the heavenly weapon from his mother, goddess Parvati, that occasion is celebrated as Thaipusam. Recently, US President Donald Trump has officially recognized which of the following dates as Gulf of America Day. Okay, you all know that recently an order has been passed by US President. An executive order has been passed in which Gulf of Mexico was renamed as Gulf of America. Okay, and this day, Gulf of America Day, is also officially recognized recently. So when this day will be celebrated, this will be celebrated on 9th of February. Okay, now talking about this Gulf of Mexico, it is a marginal sea around Atlantic Ocean. Okay, and it is bounded by 3 countries like United States, Mexico, and Cuba. Okay. As per recent information, which of the following locations will host the inaugural Olympic esports games in 2027? So which country or which location will host this inaugural or the first time Olympic esports game in 2017? It will be hosted by Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Now, what are these esports games? These are actually virtual and simulated sports games, virtual games like video games. That's what these esports games are. And talking about the organizers of this esports game, first one is International Olympic Committee. Has partnered with Saudi Olympic Paralympic Committee for organization of these games. Okay, so for organization of these games, International Olympic Committee has partnered with Saudi Olympic and Paralympic Committee. Now, talking about this Saudi Olympic and Paralympic Committee, it is headquartered in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. And what is this International Olympic Committee? It is an authority which is responsible for organizing the Summer, Winter, and Youth Olympic Games, and its headquarters is located in Lausanne, Switzerland. Recently, Anusandhan National Research Foundation has launched JC Bose Grant, which is a new scheme to recognize the outstanding performance and contributions of senior Indian scientists and engineers. Now, this grant provides an annual research funding of what amount for a duration of 5 years. So, what research funding will be provided under this JC Bose Grant, which has been recently launched by Anusandhan National Research Foundation? So, a grant of rupees 25 lakh annually will be provided to the senior scientists and engineers of India. Okay, now let us discuss about this grant in detail. Now, this grant is a restructured form of JC Bose Fellowship, which was running under erstwhile Science and Engineering Research Board. Now, this is the SERB, which is the funding agency. Now, this SERB has been converted into this ANRF recently, Anusandhan National Research Foundation recently. Now, let us discuss about this JC Bose grant. Now, this grant is meant to recognize the senior scientists and engineers within our countries which has performed outstandingly and they have given very good contributions to India. Okay, it is an individual specific grant, and with this grant, the funding will be provided to these scientists and engineers so that they could enhance their research in the frontline avenues. Now, eligibility under this scheme is that active and senior scientists or engineers with the record of outstanding performance through indicators like publications, research outcomes, patents, technology transfers, awards, and grants. Now, through these indicators, these senior scientists or engineers will be identified and grants will be provided to them. Okay. Now, these nominee of this award should be Indian national. Okay. And the nomination could also be sent by the head of the institution or universities or president of national science academies. Okay. Now, this survey or the process of selection of this grant would be conducted once in a year. Okay. And an annual grant of rupees 25 lakh will be provided to the selected scientists or engineers. Okay. So there will be two heads under this grant. First is recurring head and second one is non-recurring head. Now, recurring head is you have to pay the amount monthly or after a defined period of time. So for manpower, it covers recurring head covers the manpower, consumable, travel, contingency, or other cost. Now, talking about the non-recurring head, it is for the equipment purchase, and up to 20% of the annual grant could be used for this non-recurring head. Okay. Additionally, rupees 1 lakh, which is annually provided for the overheads to the implementing institution. Okay. Now, the duration of this grant is 5 years and the grant can be availed up to the age of 68. Now, talking about this ANRF, that is Anusandhan National Research Foundation. Now, what is this? This annual Anusandhan National Research Foundation has been established under an act, ANRF, which was passed in 2023. Okay, and this ANRF functions under Ministry of Science and Technology, and its headquarters is located in New Delhi. Now, this ANRF aims to seed, grow, and promote the research and development in the country. So it aims to promote, this ANRF promotes and grow the research and development in the area of science and technology in India. Okay, it was earlier known as Science and Engineering Research Board, SERB. Recently, 14th Asian Fisheries and Aquaculture Forum, that is 14FAF, has been organized in New Delhi. Now, this has been organized by Asian Fisheries Society, which is based in Kuala Lumpur. Second one is Asian Fisheries Society Indian branch, based in Bengaluru. Third one is Department of Fisheries. You have to tell me the name of the fourth organization. So the fourth organizer is ICAR, that is Indian Council of Agriculture Research. Theme of this forum is Greening the Blue Growth in Asia Pacific. So greening the blue growth in Asia Pacific is the theme of this forum. Okay, now talking about this forum, this is a triennial event. Triennial event means that it conducts once in every 3 years, and it is an event related to Asian Fisheries Society, which is based in Kuala Lumpur. Okay, now this is jointly organized by these four organizations we have discussed recently. And talking about this Asian Fisheries Society, it is a non-profit scientific society which was founded in 1984. Okay, and this society aims to promote the networking and cooperation between the scientists, technicians, and stakeholders which are working in the fisheries sector. Recently, Seva Bhoj Yojana scheme it is a scheme for charitable institutions. It was in news. Now, you have to tell me that this scheme was launched by which of the following ministries. So this scheme was launched by Ministry of Culture. Okay, now let us discuss about this scheme. Now, Ministry of Culture has launched this scheme in 2018, and this scheme aims to support those charitable and religious institutions which are providing free food to public. So those institutions which are providing free food to public, this schemes will support them. Now, it is a central sector scheme. It means that all the funding will be provided under the scheme. All the funding will be provided by the central government. Okay. Now, under this scheme, CGST, that is central GST, and IGST, that is integrated GST, will be paid on the purchase of a specific raw food item. It will be reimbursed by the central government. So for any raw food item, if these institutions has paid CGST and IGST, these CGST and IGST will be reimbursed by the central government. Okay. Now, eligibility is that these religious institutions should be in existence for at least 3 years, and they must provide free food to at least 5,000 people in a month. Okay, this is the eligibility of this scheme. Recently, Manthan 2025, which is an annual defense innovation event, was organized by Innovation for Defense Excellence Defense Innovation Organization, that is IDEX DIO, at which of the following locations. So this was organized at Bengaluru. Okay, so this Manthan event was organized at Bengaluru. Now, it was organized by IDEX DIO, which comes under the aegis of Department of Defense Production. Now, the conference was organized to deliberate on emerging challenges and opportunities in this sector. Okay, now talking about this IDEX comes under Ministry of Defense, and it aims to achieve the self-reliance and foster innovation and technology in defense and aerospace sector. How we will achieve the self-reliance in this defense and aerospace sector? By engaging industries which are working as an SME, startups, individual innovators, research and development institutes, and academia. Okay, now this IDEX was launched in year 2018. Okay, now this IDEX is funded and managed by Defense Innovation Organization, which is a not-for-profit organization founded by the two founder members, that is HCL and Bharat Electronics Limited. Recently, Department of Telecommunication, in collaboration with CDRI, that is Coalition for Disaster Resilient Infrastructure, has launched a comprehensive report, and the name of report is Disaster Risk and Resilience Assessment Framework, that is DRRAF. Now, this study was conducted in 5 states. Which of the following is not one of these states in which this study was conducted? So the state in which this study was not conducted is Himachal Pradesh. So what are these 5 states? These states are Assam, Odisha, Tamil Nadu, Uttarakhand, and Gujarat. So in these 5 states, this study was conducted. Okay, and this study was conducted for the assessment of the telecom sector. Okay, so the exposure of the telecom towers to 8 natural hazards like landslide, floods, cyclones, storms, lightning, forest fire, flash floods, and earthquake. All these natural hazards, its effect on the towers, telecom towers. All these will be analyzed, assessed under this report. Okay, and the name of report is Disaster Risk and Resilience Assessment Framework. Okay, now the study conducted on 0.77 million telecom towers. Okay, and there were some key recommendations which are provided, like enhancing the technical planning and design to ensure that telecom infrastructure withstand during the disaster impact. Second important is developing this risk sharing instrument to safeguard the telecom operator against the financial vulnerabilities. Third one is strengthening the financial arrangements to support the resilience of critical telecom tower, and promoting the last mile connectivity and information access to ensure inclusivity is another important recommendation. So these are the recommendations which are provided under this report. Now talking about CDRI. CDRI is an international organization. CDRI is an international organization which was launched by Prime Minister of India, okay, in 2019. Okay, and there are 49 members of CDRI. Okay, headquarters of CDRI is located in New Delhi. Now it is dedicated. This CDRI is dedicated to climate and disaster resilience infrastructure solution. So to provide climate and disaster resistance infrastructure solution, this CDRI organization was launched. Headquarters is located in New Delhi. Now objective is to promote the research and knowledge sharing in the field of infrastructure risk management, standards and financing. Recently, induction ceremony for third 25T Bollard Pull Tug, that is also known as Yard 337, was held at Visakhapatnam. You have to tell me the name of this pull tug. So the name of this pull tug is Ashwa. Okay, name of this pull tug is Ashwa. Now what is this pull tug? Pull tug support the ships. Now this support the ship during the berthing, unberthing, turning, maneuvering in the confined water. So in the confined waters, these ships, bollard pull tugs, will help the ships in berthing, unberthing, turning, maneuvering, etc. Okay, so that's why these pull tugs are created. So recently, third bollard pull tug Ashwa has been inducted. Okay, now other 5 tugs are, so basically for 6 tugs, a contract has been signed between the Ministry of Defense and a company named Titagarh Rail Systems Limited. Okay, now it is based in Kolkata. So for 6 bollard pull tug, this MOU has been signed. Okay, now third one is Ashwa. Other 5 are Bhishma, Bahubali, Yuvan, Ojas and Sabal. Okay, recently, which of the following ministries has introduced Culinary Crafts and Clicks Moods and Magic Festival in partnership with MyGo? Now it aims to highlight India's cultural richness through food, traditional arts and photography. So through food, traditional arts and photography, it aims to enhance the India's cultural richness. And the name of this festival is Culinary Crafts and Clicks Moods and Magic Festival. Now this which ministry has introduced this? Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. Now talking about this event, it aims to highlight India's cultural richness, and this will be a zero waste event. It means that there will be no use of single-use plastic during this event. Now, under this festival, a very important initiative, that is Moods and Magic from Kartavya Path to Amrit Udyan photographic contest, will held, and the winner of this contest will be provided rupees 50,000 for first place, 30,000 for second place and 20,000 for third place. Okay, and some awards will also be given under this festival. Okay, now talking about this MyGo portal, with which Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs has partnered for this festival. Now this MyGo portal is actually a citizen engagement platform through which citizens will be engaged for the policy formulation, and the government will seek opinions from the people from the common people on this platform to create policy. Okay, now this MyGov portal was launched in 2014 and it comes under Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. This portal was developed by National Informatics Center. Recently, which of the following countries has signed an MOU with China's National Space Administration, that is Chinese Space Agency, to include first lunar rover in China's Chang'e 8 mission, which is scheduled for 2028. Now, China's Chang'e 8 mission will be launched in year 2028. Now, along with this mission, which country aims to launch its first lunar rover? So the name of country is Pakistan, and the name of Pakistan Space Agency is SPARCO. SPARCO stands for Space and Upper Atmosphere Research Commission. Okay, Space and Upper Atmosphere Research Commission. Now, headquarters of this SPARCO is based in Islamabad. Okay. Now, talking about this lunar rover, this would be around of 35 kg, and it will carry payloads like study the lunar soil composition, radiation levels, plasma properties, etc., etc. Okay, now this Chang'e 8 mission aims to explore the south pole of the moon, and it will be launched in the year 2028. Recently, which of the following companies has received CDSCO, that is Central Drug Standards Control Organization, license for lumpy skin disease vaccine, that is BioLumpy vaccine, for dairy cattle and buffaloes? So the vaccine named BioLumpy vaccine for the lumpy skin disease, which is associated with the dairy cattle and buffaloes, a vaccine for that this has been created and CDSCO approval has been received. So the company name is BioVet. The company name is BioVet. Now, this vaccine has been developed using the virus LSD virus, that is lumpy skin disease virus, Ranchi 2019 vaccine strain, and this vaccine has been developed by the ICAR National Research Center for Equines, which is based in Hisar, Haryana, and the company named BioVet. So the company named BioVet, which is based in Kolar district of Karnataka, has both collaborated for developing this vaccine. Now, talking about this lumpy skin disease, it is a transboundary animal disease which is impacting India's cattle health. Okay, it was first reported in Zambia, Africa in 1929 and characterized by skin nodules, fever, swollen lymph node, decreased milk yield, and difficulty moving. And it was transmitted through the mosquitoes and ticks. Okay. Talking about CDSCO, it is India's national regulatory body for cosmetics, pharmaceuticals, and medical devices. So it is regulatory body which is associated with cosmetics, pharmaceuticals, and medical devices, and headquarters of CDSCO is located in New Delhi. Recently, India has amended Customs Tariff Act 1975, becoming first country to introduce harmonized system code for GI tagged rice varieties. Okay, now for parboiled rice, the HS code is 1006-3011, and for white rice you have to tell me the code. So for the white rice the code is 1006-3091. Now what is this harmonized system? Now this HS is developed by World Custom Organization. Okay, so this organization has developed this system, and this system is updated every 5 years. Now why this system has been developed? To classify the traded goods. So for the classification of the traded goods, this 6-digit codes has been established by World Custom Organization. Okay, now this as harmonized system will help in the identification of these goods for duties purpose and for trade statistics. This as harmonized system will be used. Okay, now talking about this HSN code, India is the first country which has introduced this HS code for GI tagged rice varieties. Okay. Recently, which of the following organization, in partnership with Government of Somalia and with the financial support from Green Climate Fund, has launched a project named Ugbat? that is Climate Resilient Agriculture in Somalia project. Okay. Now, the organization with partnership with which this UGBAD project has been launched, the name of this organization is Food and Agriculture Organization. Okay. Now, this initiative, UGBAD project, aims to enhance the climate resilience in Somalia's agriculture sector. So, to enhance the climate resilience in agriculture sector of Somalia, this initiative has been launched. Now, what are the aim? What are the aim of this? What are the objective of this project? So to restore the productive landscape of Somalia. So 41,800 hectare of the landscape it target recently, and other important approaches is landscape restoration, sustainable management, providing or promoting climate resilience agriculture practices, improving the water access for agro-pastoralists, disseminating information to the communities. So these are the important initiative or the objectives which have been taken under this project. Now talking about the Green Climate Fund. What is this Green Climate Fund? So this Green Climate Fund was launched during COP16, which was held in Cancun in 2010. Now, it is world's largest dedicated climate fund. Okay, and secretariat of this fund is located in South Korea. Now, this fund has been launched to accelerate the climate action in the developing country. So this fund has been provided for this climate action in developing countries. Now, talking about Food and Agriculture Organization, its headquarters is located in Rometli and it was established in 1945. Recently, who among the following has claimed the singles title for 4th edition of Mumbai Open 2025 World Tennis Association 125 event? Okay, and now this event was held in Mumbai. So who has secured the singles title? So single title is secured by Jill Belen Tichman. Jill Belen Tichman, who is associated with Switzerland. Now doubles title is secured by Alina and Amina from Russia. Now this Mumbai Open 2025 was organized in Mumbai, and this was the 4th edition of this tournament or this competition, and it was sponsored by Larsen and Toubro company based in Mumbai. And talking about the tournament levels, there are 4 tournaments level, that is WTA 1000, 500, 250 and 125. So these are the 4 levels of this tournament. Okay, now the important information is related to Chennai Open 2025. Its men's single title is won by Kieran Jacquet, who is associated with France, and men's double title is secured by Shintaro and Kaito, who was associated with Japan. Now, this Chennai Open was organized in Nungam Bakkam, which is in Chennai, Tamil Nadu. Okay. Recently, United Nations World Pulses Day has been observed on which of the following dates? So, this day, World Pulses Day is observed on 10th of February. Theme of this day is Pulses Bringing Diversity to Agri-Food System. And the slogan of this day is Love Pulses for Healthy Diet and Planet. First ever World Pulses Day was observed in 2019. So this was part 2 of Best 300 MCQs from the month of February. I'll see you in the video of part 3. Thank you for watching Study IQ.